we need to talk about Chance. So just a few days ago, I was talking about his recent arrest after he allegedly threw his girlfriend Alyssa out of a moving car on the highway, and I've spoke with Chance since then. He was denying this incident. I had to wait until this morning to finally speak with the courthouse and get the arrest report and more information. And in my last video, I was trying to figure out whose car he was driving, because last I knew he did not have a running vehicle. Well, I spoke with one of my sources and they informed me that Chance and Alyssa took Tayler's car without her permission and took it to Indiana. So my source said Tayler kicked them out and they were staying in a hotel in Wentzville, close to where they work. Alyssa and Chance started working together a few months back, and I don't know how they were getting to work when they lived with Tayler. She was giving them a ride or letting them use her car, but once she kicked them out, they're like, well, how are we gonna get to work now? So she said, look, you guys can use my car for a week to get back and forth to work. And while they were allegedly using the car to go to work, one day they decided to just leave for Ohio, and that's when all this happened in Indiana. And they did not tell Tayler they took her car to Indiana without her permission, and she did not find out until the police ended up calling her after Chance's arrest. And here is the arrest report I have. This is the probable cause affidavit where they explain they believe Chance committed the crime of domestic battery with moderate bodily injury, and this is the arrest report. And it says, on August 15th at approximately 8:03 p.m., Sergeant Robert with the Putnam County Sheriff's Department was dispatched to a Marathon gas station regarding a male shoving a female out of a Chevy Equinox with Missouri license plates, and that was allegedly Tayler's car. And the male then fled the area and was later arrested in Clay County for operating while intoxicated and booked into the Clay County Jail. This male is also facing charges of domestic battery. And you can see on the very bottom where it says the victim is his girlfriend Alyssa. This shows information on the vehicle that was in the incident, which was allegedly Tayler's vehicle. And this is the detailed arrest report. And it does say that this was all recorded on body and or dash camera. And I am in the process of getting that footage. It's just going to take a little bit longer. It explains the first part that we just read, where the officer showed up at a Marathon gas station regarding a male shoving a female out of a blue Chevy Equinox. While I was en route, dispatch advised another caller reported seeing a female being thrown from a vehicle on the eastbound I-70 on-ramp at the Putnamville exit. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. And it says this is only a short distance from the gas station. The caller reported the female was now walking in traffic. Deputy Austin Fields was the first deputy on the scene. He safely removed the female, later identified as Alyssa Moore, from the roadway and called for medics. Deputy Fields also spoke with a motorist, Stephen Eberly, who witnessed Alyssa being pushed from her vehicle. So say Alyssa later wanted to try to change her story and cover for Chance and pretend this didn't happen. This witness statement alone is enough for them to move forward with these charges. So it says Stephen provided a written statement, and his verbal statement was recorded on Deputy Fields' body camera. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see that. Alyssa suffered some visible road rash on her right hip and arm and complained of pain, rating it an 8 out of 10. Photos of Alyssa's injuries were taken after she had been treated and cleaned up by medics. While Alyssa was being treated by medics, I made contact with the Marathon gas station clerks. They stated they did not see anything, but they put me in contact with the owner. Sam was the owner, and he stated that he would review his video surveillance and provide a copy when he returned to work tomorrow. Deputy Fields and Deputy Clark stood by Alyssa to gain information about the vehicle she had been driving. Okay, so she was originally driving, but once Chance pushed her out of the car, he took the car and then later got pulled over for driving while intoxicated. So they asked her about the vehicle and her boyfriend, Earl Chance Pitt, who had hurt her. And they then tried to make an attempt to locate him, and they ended up broadcasting to surrounding counties and the Indiana State Police. After Alyssa was treated by medics and signed an SOR, I spoke with her roadside. Alyssa basically stated that she and her boyfriend Earl had gotten into a verbal argument over money after visiting a casino in Missouri. So he still is out here blowing all his money at the casino. This argument continued as they were driving cross country to Alyssa's mother's house in Ohio and finally came to a head while passing through Putnam County, resulting in Earl shoving and pushing her around the inside of the vehicle before pushing her out of a moving vehicle and then fleeing the scene. And I wonder if she had finally had enough and wanted for him to take her to go drop her off at her mom's after they had fought. That's what it sounds like to me, for them to just make a sudden, unplanned trip to Ohio to Alyssa's mom's. I bet she was complaining about him spending money at the casino, and he's like, I'm sick of this BS. I'm just going to go drop you off at your mom's house. And that's when they took Tayler's car to another state without permission. And it says, Alyssa states, just prior to being pushed out of the vehicle, she repeatedly pushed the OnStar button inside the car, asking for help. Alyssa stated during this encounter, she was scared and she thought she was going to die. According to Alyssa, this is not the first time she has been assaulted by Earl, and admits to lying to prevent Earl from getting into trouble in the past. Alyssa provided a written statement. I was told originally that she did not want to press charges, but her providing a written statement is enough too for them to go forward with these charges. Dispatch was able to contact OnStar reference number B0364. OnStar was able to provide instant updates in the vehicle's position, which resulted in ISP troopers quickly locating and stopping the vehicle in Clay County, Indiana. Okay, you gotta be dumb to steal a car that has OnStar. Come on, that's out of pocket to do to your baby mama. Just take her car without permission and just leave her without one. And it says the driver of the vehicle, Earl Chance Pitt, was then arrested by ISP troopers for driving while intoxicated and booked into the Clay County Jail. They ended up towing Tayler's car, so not only did they take her car to another state without her permission, but they also got it towed. So I'm sure she's the one that had to end up paying to get it out of the tow lot, and she could have very possibly had to go to Indiana too to get it out. I mean, I'm not sure if that's what happened, unless Alyssa was able to figure out how to get it out of the tow lot and get it back. But that's just messed up, because I already know Tayler's been stressed out financially, because she was talking about how they increased her house payment by $500 a month, and she was already complaining about how that was rough for her. Now she has to worry about how to get her car out of a tow lot in another state over someone else's actions. I would be so pissed. It says a DV lethality, I think that's how you say that, form was completed. Alyssa screened in and agreed to speak with a hotline counselor. Family Support Services was able to find Alyssa accommodation for the evening. Alyssa's mother, Jennifer Moore, was contacted and she agreed to come help her daughter. I have nothing further at this time. Okay, that explains the Jennifer Moore that was on the incident report, because they had another person's name that was on the arrest report, and I was like, maybe that was just somebody that was in the car with them, but that now confirms that they were not in the car with them. This was just Alyssa's mom they contacted to come pick her up. And I actually spoke with the wife of the victim, of the person that Chance hit back in December when he got in that car crash when he was in his truck and hit a truck driver. And I talked to the truck driver's wife, and she says that they have really been going through it since that happened. She said that her youngest son is still really traumatized, and he's scared every single time that his dad leaves that he's gonna get another wreck and not come home. She said that this wreck has cost them so much money. Her husband is still struggling to get back into trucking, and they've lost between $2,400 and $3,000 a month on wages, and they feel like Chance getting 4 years is not enough, especially with everything they've had to go through. I don't think Chance realizes how much his crimes have affected other people and the victims in his crimes. But that is it for this video, guys. I just want to share these details with you guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. Check out my lashes at AccordingtoAmber.com. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.